I'm back.
Welcome back.
Mistakes involving murder, huh?
I'm just desperately looking for a Gaelic name for our tribe leader here.
The hard part is finding one you can pronounce.
That is really, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I miss. Man,
Llewellyn.
we should fire up map tools again sometime and see if it works again. I miss it so much. Theta was a wizard at map tools.
I do appreciate it. I just random generator there. First one is that weird ass name that I posted in chat. Next one is Brian Hughes.
Brian Hughes
means strength.
And this is his friend,
Wow.
Bob.
Okay.
Well, I know Brian Hughes. He's a good person. No, really. So, yeah, no, it's that's one of the dangers of delving into actual cultures as fantasy analogs, because it's like, Gaelic's a real thing.
Right.
So, yeah, like Gilroy is one of my favorite names that comes up. Dur Gilroy is one of the NPCs in one of the published adventures.
Yeah.
Gilroy is a name. Dur means stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I like
Fianna,
it.
Fianna means warrior. So if you meet
There you
someone
go.
named Fianna, that's what that means.
GH. Okay. All right. So that'll do for now. You guys have a little bit of a retinue at this point now. You have found Hua Jiao, and you also have Artful Allen and Potter in tow, and you will probably spend the rest of the day navigating through the woods towards this Phalon village. The village is called... Here we go.
Kathir on fire.
Gaelach. Tribe name.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Translates to big rock.
Really big rock. No, it's I believe it translates to moon, but I wrote these notes a few weeks ago, so I don't remember exactly.
So
but
a really big
what I'm going
rock.
for. Really the biggest rock of them all. There you go. So yeah, located up on a rise overlooking a valley and a small river. This village is it's a thriving collection of Phalon, some of whom you actually recognize as you come over the rise and you can see down into the village and you approach. You can see that there are individuals here who seem to be making and crafting instruments of different kinds out of the skin and carved wood, skin of the dinosaur, the Bethrock that you have encountered firsthand at this point. And they have been... There are several of these individuals, of these wolves, are parked around a fire. They are in the process of stretching this leather that they have created over to create stringed instruments. You also witness a collection of what you would... oh no, the cats have shown up. Okay, yeah, they're behaving themselves. So yes, you come into town. You see life going on, essentially. But then something catches your eye that you were not expecting. It is an avoirdupois woman, a tall horse who seems to be clad in the robes of a penitent of Sa'alumer. She's engaged in a conversation with a large barrel-chested wolf with dark fur who you recognize as Moonsinger, the Fianna warrior who you fought and then who led you towards the lair of the Morigna, not a night hence before. It looks like Moonsinger is in the process of having his wounds tended to by this avoirdupois woman. And as you approach, it sounds like the two are engaged in a conversation in fluent Burlafine, the language of the Phelan.
Well, that's fortuitous, although not wholly unexpected.
Really?
I mean, we found Moonsinger near here, and they told us about everything. And so, yeah, they get around. I mean, it's kind of biased. It's kind of like, I mean, when we wander into town, there's lots of people here. There's farmers, there's families, people looking at us suspiciously. It's this bias thing of where, yeah, sure, we recognize Moonsinger and a Southerner because we look for that. I mean, there are all the dozens of people we ignored to get to these two people. But
Exactly.
Anyway, so yeah, so we're here. I believe Sir Connor is our the person who speaks for us, because we don't none of us are actually heralds. So but also, Doctor, did you want to approach them? That's your, I mean, is that your jam, or have you been like, is there like, you've been excommunicated and there's actually a heretic or something? I don't know.
Doesn't seem like it, but I mean, I'll go say hello. That's what I was
That
about
doesn't
to do.
seem like it. I don't feel like excommunicated.
Yeah, my skin's not burning, so I imagine it's okay. Hello, well met. Hello. I'll
Oh,
just approach those two.
so Moonsinger will look at you sort of maybe taken aback, pretty much the same look that you've been getting
You're
from everyone
alive?
else that you've passed by. Yeah, maybe you're still alive. It takes a minute before he recognizes and realizes that you are people that he met before. But yes, then it is a like, oh my goodness, you survived. At least some of you did. He doesn't say anything though. And the woman turns and says, "Oh my, Southerners. Well met. What brings you here to this, to this part of the world, traveler?"
Well, my friends have concluded one hunt, and now we're on to the next one, it seems. This time we're looking for a person that may not be too far from here. I was wondering maybe if you've heard of them. Oh, I suppose I should introduce ourselves. This is Sir Connor, and we are his retinue.
She gives a
Connor,
polite bow.
And I am but a humble doctor. It seems we share some of the same talent. I say just watching her bind the wounds.
She's she says, yes, I can tell by your dress. Do you are you a follower of the light?
Indeed I am. Though perhaps not the same sect as those of the Over, but, I get along with everyone.
I can tell by your accent. Likely you hail from the Doloro territories.
Keen ears.
Indeed. However, we are all equal under under the light, as it were. So, you've come searching for someone, is that correct?
That's right. We have a letter to deliver, and we were told to find, of all things, a very potent wizard out here in these woods. Someone who can conjure fire. And we were told recently that they might be somewhere around this village.
Fire. She thinks about it, and then she will turn to Moonsinger and she will say something in Berlafine, and he says something back. And she will say, there have been troubling rumors for a very long time now. The Phelan of this tribe have traveled north to a it is a cave in a mountainside that is reported to be warm all year around. Inside, they say, lives a spirit of the land, that will speak to them. They would offer it tribute in order to ensure that they survived through the colds of the winter. However, it appears that the land has been taken from them by a group. They say that they are a group of foreigners. Well, what do they call the non-Phalan Calabrese? There's a word for it. No, I don't remember. But
Outsider.
outsider, I guess, basically. Yeah.
God, yeah,
Says
there
that
is a word for it, but I forgot. I'm terrible.
Yeah. No. Well, it's okay. There's a lot of words, and they're all Gaelic or hard to pronounce at the very least. So she says yes. The land had been taken from them by these outsiders, apparently very powerful magicians. But the site is known to us. She'll say something else to Moonsinger and says they fear that they are not strong enough to take this place back. Anyone to go who went there would be not only putting themselves in danger, but also possibly an outsider would be tempting the fate of the gods of the spirits of the land if they were to enter that sacred place.
Well, if all goes well and they accept the invitation, perhaps they would simply leave and go attend to other business. But if they are, well, dangerous, perhaps we should take some time to rest while we're here.
She nods, and she will speak more to Moonsinger. She says, the elder here, the tribe leader, is not overly fond of Southerners. They've had disputes with those from Harrogate, and you would have to convince him if you wanted to stay, if you wanted to find lodging here. However, if you were, you are a man of the cloth. If you would like, I suppose that we could find place for you at our mission. It's not far from here. We don't have much in the way of food or luxuries, but, we have arranged with the Phalan of this tribe to offer us protection. You would be relatively safe staying with us.
I think that might be for the best, perhaps. It would still be Sir Connor's decision here, but it would perhaps be better to not worry them over much of our presence and simply stay where we are welcome.
Yes, if they don't want us around, then the monastery seems like the best place to be. So thank you, sister.
Well, I would be lying if I said it wasn't nice to see a face from the home country. She's going to give you another bow there, Connor, and say, from your speech, I can tell that you hail from the lands of the Avoirdupois. I'm not familiar with your house by its crest, but I am sure that you are a man of honor and nobility just from your countenance.
Yes, I am Connor Lever de Ecrevis of Fermarise. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, they call me Reverend Mother Patience. I am
Mother, pardon me.
No, not at all. Station means a different thing out here. It's been quite a while since I have been addressed as such, and so I suppose that perhaps my manners are slipping. So I do apologize if anything I say is out of turn, my lord.
Worry not.
Okay. In that case, you guys. Alan wants to stay here. He says, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask around. I'm sure that I can melt even the coldest hearts with my lute, lyre, whatever he's packing. Once again, I forget.
Well, I suppose that is what you're here for, but if you ever need to run away suddenly, very quickly, at least you know which direction now.
Indeed, and I am eternally grateful. I shall write a song for the, or you shall get a verse in my tale of this adventure. So I pray that once we find ourselves back in civilized country, that you will have a chance to hear it.
I can't wait to hear the verse about where I stumbled down the hill.
Oh, perish the thought, good father, good doctor.
Hey, at least you didn't break your crown.
It's true.
It's very true. It's very true.
So,
Okay.
I suppose for now, whenever she's done with the business, we'll probably head with her to the monastery.
All right. When you
Nushka,
get
it's
there-
finally time.
There's never been a better opportunity.
Hmm.
This.
I don't know. I have a lot of sins to atone for.
Hmm.
Taking up Gaston's rapier has not given me peace.
Well,
hmm.
at the very least, if atonement doesn't fit, then at least we can find enough wine for you to forget for a bit.
That's not that much better. Are you sure you understand how this works?
Oh, better than some others.
You will find that we do not have much in the way of libations. We are.
You murder me. How dare you drive this dagger into my heart? None.
On the contrary, Phelan. Oh, sorry, the monastery doesn't. The Phelan. I don't know what you trade for it.
That's the thing. You learn from speaking with Reverend Mother Patience that they've been trading. They've been trading their healing arts for the Fianna warriors, and also they've been teaching some of the youth in the village Calabrese. The village elder doesn't really see the harm in it, so long as people don't turn their backs on the land worship. He doesn't think that anyone's actually going to adopt the religion of Salumer, so he's fine with them learning other languages. That's okay. And in return, they will trade for food, clean water, protection, but they could get their hands on alcohol, but they're not doing that. At least not in the quantities and consistency that you would have a party with or get drunk with.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she is a little bit apologetic, but also cocks an eyebrow and starts to question you more about your particular sect of study and religion there, Doctor.
Right, and the doctor isn't going to hide that he's into orchamency. That's his sect.
Oh, right. Oh. Well, you may find you may have a bit of a culture shock then. As I said, we live rather ascetic lives here. But
Well,
as I said, you'll be safe and you'll be cared for at the very least.
I mean, you won't have a big party, of course, which I'm sure that's the impression, but you still live out here in nature, and this place is beautiful. And I'm sure at least there's enjoyment in that.
As someone who has experienced the spirituality of this place firsthand, she gives you a smile and an appreciative nod. Because yes, you can tell she has found some measure of peace here in the beauty of nature.
There it is.
The monastery is not such what you might expect. It is barely a building. It is almost more a collection of tents, really. And the mission itself is mostly horses. All of them seem to be acolytes of Salumer. They do find space for you guys there, and they are willing to help treat your wounds, and they give you leave to stay for as long as possible. You note with some curiosity that once you do a full head count of everyone that is here, there are more accommodations for probably at least 10 more people than actually seem to be lodging here. But she doesn't bring it up. She just points out that you have plenty of room to stretch out if you need it.
All right. Well, I guess now that we're here, we're going to actually get some rest. And you'll have an actual bed and maybe actual food. Hey, guess what, you two? It's time to get healed.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 2 on top of your body, on top of anything you get for having a bed and a roof, and anything that you get for having actual good food. which would probably be 2 extra quota. Right, Connor.
Well, I
has
feel
1.
better.
Go ahead and roll your body, Anushka.
So that was
And-
one for body, one for bed, one for food, one for
Sorry.
care.
You have to roll to beat mine. Yeah. You roll your if you're roughing it, you roll your body in the wilderness. If you're yeah, really you could just road.
Yeah, so I
So-
think you guys get like 5 then total.
Yeah.
And Connor, here's an attempt to heal you a little bit faster. And give me your will. Let's see if you can beat an 8.
I can't, but let's see if I watch.
It probably is worth using my personality if I'm gonna rest. Nope, doesn't work. Well,
I'll
you're-
use
you-
mine too.
Yeah,
Which you can do.
yeah. It's
Nice.
valid. There you go. You were actually cured of your injury.
I love, you brazenly believe in heaven. Ah!
See, I told you hitting you over the head with this chapbook would work, and you didn't believe me.
Can't deny the spirituality of this place.
No one is more humble than myself.
I'm the most humble, yeah. And I suppose that is going to be a night of rest for us then.
Right, sounds good. You guys feel strangely refreshed. Maybe it's the first time sleeping without fear in many days. But you awake, and when you do, Mother Patience will tell you that she herself is not familiar with the location of this sacred cave that Moonsinger spoke of, but if you would like, you could probably find someone from the village to guide you there.
I suppose that'll be our task for the day. Let's see if we can find someone willing to actually cooperate with us.
Yep. Remember now, too, that you are outsiders, and it's going to be tricky. I'm going to want 5s or better on your negotiations. Or I guess this could also be... This might be a case for gossip. Let's see.
Sure, we could just roll both those at once.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Then let's say will, negotiation, gossip.
All right, that's going to be a D10 for me there. So, the doctor's going to go ahead and lead in on this. And he's going to get 2 successes.
There you go. Nice.
I would
gonna
be
help.
assisting
Oh.
you because I know no. I serve with joy.
All right, and you're not a team player, right?
You have an
I am
assistant
not, so it's
too.
only a D8.
Well, that brings me up to 3.
You may get 4 if you roll for my assistant.
Oh, that's right. Let's take one from you as well. And then Icon, that is also a success, isn't it? So let me go ahead and roll one for you as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, crushed it. Okay.
We just go in and we just put on our best smiling faces and we're welcomed.
Okay. As you ask around, you are met with a lot of suspicious glances and people shaking their heads in your direction, but you remain undeterred. And as the day kind of drags on, you think you might have exhausted all possibilities when you notice that you are being followed by a young wolf lad, probably in his early teens. But he has been taking a keen interest in you. He's actually been sort of spying on you as you've gone around the village. And finally, he presents himself and speaks in a clumsy but understandable Calabrese. He says, "Who are you looking for? The people here, they don't trust outsiders."
Oh, I've seen. But well, you seem curious enough. Hello, how are you?
Hello. He gives you a traditional avoirdupois greeting, complete with a bow, and he says, "My name is Lael. As you can see, I've been studying Calabrese. One day, I plan to be a great explorer.
Oh, that's quite the ambition. I do wish you the best, of course. But if you're looking to be an explorer, you definitely would happen to be familiar around the village, wouldn't you?
He says, of course, I've lived here my whole life. It's actually quite boring.
I was waiting for him
Well-
to say, well, I'm not a good
Well, we do happen to have a little bit of excitement in our own lives. Maybe you'd be willing to help us out. There is a sacred site nearby of which we've heard that a few other foreigners have happened to go to. We have a message to deliver to them.
Ah, yes. No, I've heard of that. And I know where it is too. I was never allowed to go in, but well, as I said, I am an adventurer, so I may have snuck in once or twice.
Mhm.
The place, it smells strange. He says a word in Berlafine that you don't understand, but he says just bad smell to the place. And yes, there are outsiders living there now too. Once one of them almost saw me, but I was too quick.
Hmm. I suppose, though, while you're there, what do you think of their disposition? Do you think they're friendly at all?
He gets a grave look on his face and he shakes his
Hmm.
head. No, not friendly. They are speaking to the mountain. They're speaking to the the voice within the cave, and they any of my people, when they came to the cave mouth, they were turned away with fire. They are dark druids, as far as I can tell.
I see. Hopefully we might get a better reception off of them, but well, one way or another, we do plan to make our expedition out there soon. If you would be so kind as to guide us, there's no need for you to be in danger, of course. We will protect you to the best of our ability, and don't ask you to do anything else. But at least maybe it might be more interesting than just hanging around the village, right?
Oh yeah, he puffs up his chest and he says, "Danger!" I laugh in the face of danger. um,
The boldest explorer I've ever seen, that's for sure.
He says, "Yes, I would make an excellent guide. I can even show you secret passages in, so that you could enter the cave without any of them knowing. If you wanted to, I think I could get you to the to the voice of the mountain as well.
I see.
It is
Very-
in the deepest
very
part of the
interesting.
cave. Not many know how to get there, but I do."
Well, for now, I think we're going to go find Sir Connor. You could come with me if you wish, but I think we need to form our plans and figure out how we're going to approach this. But your assistance will be most welcome and most appreciated.
All right, he gives you a Phalon warrior salute, and
Yeah, and I'll just try to give it back to him. I'm just like, how do am I doing it right?
He bursts into laughter at your attempt, but then like walks over and kind of like pats you on the thigh and says like, "You good, perfect."
Good. I'm learning quickly then. Come on, let's go find Sir Connor.
Okay, Sir Connor, the doctor presents this wily little wolf pup to you, and explains the situation. What's the plan?
I found another precocious youth for you to adopt.
What am I
How
going
do
to
you
do
keep
with so
finding
many
this?
young men? I suppose this is sort of an army.
Well, one way or another, we do know a little bit more about their disposition, about the heart of the mountain, and, well, we already know why they're there. Now all that comes is, Sir Connor, how do you wish to approach the situation? All we really need to do is deliver the letter, but if they're going to turn
Yeah.
us away instantly, might be difficult.
Well, I deliver letters all the time. How hard could this be?
Let's say we should certainly introduce ourselves when we come within calling range, which hopefully will be out of fire range. Yes, let us proceed, but be cautious.
You hear a yelp of pain behind you from Potter, and you turn around to see that Lay seems to have plucked one of his quills and is now taunting him with it.
Hey,
Wow, it's not supposed to hurt when those come out.
Oh no,
are you thinking
Maybe-
of porcupine?
he pulled a quill and then he's like jabbing it. He's jabbing Potter with his own quill.
Great, so he's a jerk.
They're just being kids. They're having fun. You're having fun, right, Potter?
That's a deadly spear.
Potter says,
Fun.
"Sir, it's tell him to stop. He doesn't want to
Play nice, Potter.
He's got like his hand on his hilt, and he's just like, "Step back, savage."
Brother, what is that one's name? And he'll point to...
Lael.
Right, say it again?
Lael.
Well,
Hey, yeah, let me type it.
Yeah, I'm assuming Lael.
Yeah, let's do that. There we go.
But yes, Lael knows a great many things and can take us even to the
Lael.
heart of the mountain if we wished.
well,
Or so he says.
you'll be traveling with that one. Be sure not to antagonize him.
Sorry, sir. I've never seen a one such as him dressed such as that. That's all.
Do try to be nicer to strangers than that. Don't be pulling pieces off of them and threatening them with them.
Well, Lael will shrug and he will hand back the quill. But when you turn your back, Connor, he makes a face at the back of your head.
And of course, I just give the little kid a smirk.
Well,
Say
what
nothing.
Connor doesn't know won't hurt Lael, so it's all good.
There you go.
All right. So, Sir Connor, what do you think our approach should be? Walk up,
You've been
announce
told-
ourselves loudly?
Yep, that's like one option. Another option, Lael apparently knows a secret way into the cave if you wanted to go stealth.
Why would we sneak in to deliver a message?
Because it could
Yeah, that-
perhaps be that they're up to no good, and they are, of course, disturbing the land, as we've heard. Maybe
That's
they aren't exactly the best of people in the first place.
If we sneak in, that gives them reason to attack us for being on their claim.
Yeah, I mean, you fly your colors proudly. We've come under a banner of message. If they're truly civilized people, they'll accept us.
And if they rebuff us, then we still have the secret passage.
And if they attack me, their lives will forfeit.
Or just wrap
As-
your note around a rock and throw it into the cave. Mission accomplished.
Why
So-
would they refuse audience with us?
We don't know.
Well,
I only speculated as a possibility.
who can know anything in this strange and uncertain world? Look, if all of you have fear about this, just I'll take the message and deliver it myself.
You are
No, I'd
injured,
be
and I
listening-
will allow no
listening.
such thing.
You have no authority over me. With all due respect.
Yes, I do, and I'll just tap the chapbook on your forehead. Listen to your doctor.
That was insulting.
Yeah, I know, but Anushka wouldn't be able to respond to that. Curse me for taking a character whose own outlook on life is so different from my own.
That's roleplay, baby.
That's how role playing works. You're seeing
Oh.
it here, guys.
If it were entirely up to me, I would of course say, Anushka, we should stay here in town until you are fully healed and then head out together. But,
Yes,
Sir
but-
Connor, it is your decision.
Once again, you have no authority over me. You're not my parents.
You're not my dad.
You're not my real dad.
Anushka, I would like to accompany you when you approach them, and I would like you to be in full fighting form in case you want to be hostile.
Well, I would just flee. I mean, that's what makes me a great messenger is I can just leave.
Very well.
Everyone knows that magic can't work beyond a stone's throw. And this is what Theta is going to represent. Actually, there's a couple spells that do. One of them being the deadliest elemental spell. But moving
Being
on.
proud and incorrect is perfect. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But moving on from there, it's like we're here to deliver a message. All we have to do is deliver it. And we'll be fine. In fact, I don't know what the doctor has anything to fear from. You're resistant to the supernatural.
In all fairness, Icon probably fell asleep a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfectly fine. But yeah, the doctor doesn't have anything to fear personally. He's never been afraid. But he's constantly on about everyone else, so...
I don't think anyone's cast a spell on you yet. I think the closest we got was when the ghost attacked.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I needed it.
I mean, make everyone happy. I can cast Turmoil of Silence on him.
In fact, I forgot. You can't actually be ordained because when they ask you what your name is, you refuse to tell them.
Exactly. So, what's our final decision?
I say we go. Connor and I want to go.
Well, then, away we go then. I have to keep an eye on you.
Okay, Lael will lead you to the mouth of the cave. It is.
Well, that's the secret entrance. I thought we should go in the front entrance.
So the front entrance, the one that the Phalon would use, is this cave opening that goes into the side of this mountain. It is forested around the cave opening. It's quite large. You could fit like 2 or 3 people could walk in abreast with no problem. There is a river that runs through the base of this valley. And so there's kind of a waterfall in the distance that gives some sound cover, I guess, to any approaches. Lael says that if you hike up the mountain a ways, you can find another entrance that will go in from above. But that the Phalon would always go in through this large cave.
Okay. I mean, Connor, you're flying colors proudly, right?
Right.
I'm sorry. I feel really bad about this. Anushka would remember. What's the name of your family again?
Lever.
Lever. Okay. So you're Connor of Lever. All right. Last time I just went with the purple, which is a vague banner. Avoirdupois.
Yeah.
And so Connor will approach with Anushka. I almost forgot your name.
Yeah, we'll just walk right in.
Okay. It is dark.
Yeah.
Just a few feet in the cave entrance, and your footsteps echo through the chamber. You get the sense that the cave is very deep. Anushka, you can use your echolocation if you like.
I mean, yeah, my footsteps are already echoing. What about you, Connor?
He has night vision.
Here's the problem. Night vision turns low light into good light. This is a cave. Yeah. This is no light.
Let me see if I have.
Well, I have a solution. I have an oil lantern. Ta-da!
Wow.
And nothing else to do.
You're gonna come with us?
Of course. I have the lantern.
Excellent. So, and not a candle. Traditionally, it's supposed to be a candle, isn't it? Candle in one hand and the sword in the other.
Well, I don't have a sword, so I went with the lantern.
You're hardly traditional. And is Icon coming with us? This isn't your office, so I can understand if you wouldn't want to risk your hide.
I've already wandered apparently so far away from where my home is. So why not, right?
I'm gonna die. Might as well die somewhere interesting.
I mean, I'm already so far from the place of my birth and rebirth.
Well, there we go.
Can I offer you a chance to be born a third time?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Third time's the charm.
I don't read Calabrese.
Well, I can read it to you.
Oh, sure. Then I'll read you from my book too, and we'll see which one's better.
Wonderful.
The child raised by wolves babbles nonsense, dies in winter. Your book's really creepy.
Raised by wolves is a whole different connotation in this setting.
I know. They would probably have to rewrite that part.
All right. So interesting. They didn't have a base camp set up outside the cave, nor anyone there. Is that correct?
That means
Yeah,
they
you
fear.
didn't see anything, any kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the entrance isn't trapped, so it looks like they fear nothing.
no.
Of
So,
course, who knows what sort of traps are inside the cave itself?
right. So, young guide, if I were to take any guess, I would say that they are almost certainly trying to get to the heart of the mountain themselves.
Lael looks like his bravery is well, he's seeming less brave now than when he first spoke to you. He seems a little bit nervous. He's kind of like in a hunched like stealth ninja stance, but he nods and says like, "Yes, very likely." You can tell that as you step in, the air in here is strangely warm, not the cool, moist air that you expect from a cave by a river. And you also get whiffs of that rotting egg smell of sulfur emanating from deeper in the darkness.
Right. I would say with 2 dice of academics and a mind, I could probably just say outright, yeah, this smells like hot springs. Sulfur hot springs.
Yeah, I mean, Lael will say he doesn't know those words, but that he has heard that the mountain speaks with a voice from a pool that boils.
Hmm. Well, so it would be.
Yeah, so as you proceed into the darkness and follow the cave as it bends around, Anushka, you are the first one to get sight of an individual. He is a large, hunched figure. It looks like he is seated himself on an outcropping of rock, and he's wearing robes. Can't discern the color of the robes, but they look to be of possibly some sort of religious order. His head has risen and his ears are swiveling around. You can tell that they're horse ears, and he seems to be tracking the location of your echolocation.
Right. Well, I may reveal myself with echolocation. If you have keen ears, you know where I am.
Okay.
So, hail and well met, person in the darkness. Are
He
you here to
responds
curse it,
with,
or would you rather like light a candle?
you know what? He has a lantern by his feet, which he is going to strike up and light. And now you can see him a little more clearly. And that's right. You guys are carrying some sort of lantern, so he can see you as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Shine the light in his direction.
All right. He stands up and he puts his shoulders back and tries to look as imposing as possible. He says, "This territory is off limits. Turn back now, or I shall burn you where you stand."
We approach under the cover of we approach under the cover of where did
Protection
say?
of the Aubard
Oh,
Repoir.
no.
Among us is the Sir Connor de la Vis.
Yeah, this is Sir Connor, and we are only here to deliver a message.
We serve no lord. We serve no lord but Anu. Korax will take no visitors. Will take no entreatments. This is your last warning. And as he says that, you can see that he is readying into his wand.
Yes. All glory is unto Anu. We come here not to challenge any authority, but to deliver a message from another authority in peace. We will, if you are recognizing your legitimate authority as an agent of the people and your esteemed master, we give this to you. I'll go ahead and give him the invitation if you guys aren't going to stop me.
Sounds good. Go for
Does
it.
he fireball my ass?
You might get fireballed, but let's see. I think that is a perfect. I think
A cliffhanger?
will negotiation or
Oh boy, let's see. What do I have? I don't have negotiation, but I can try.
I'll
Try.
assist.
Just
You're a messenger, right? Maybe you could use your career dice.
I mean,
in
I
this
would.
case.
This is one of those cases where I would say my career is messenger, so I would assert that might help.
just to ask, just since I'm there and from the back, could I be focusing this entire time to, if I see that they're about to try and firebolt Anushka, non-violently silence them with the turmoil
That's
of
what
silence?
initiative. That's what
Ooh.
initiative rolls are for.
All right, we'll get
Okay.
firebolt then. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's well, let's do. I mean, if you want to roll your initiative, you may. This could go
start
either
a
way.
fight. I don't want to start. Unless they fireball me, I don't want to start a fight. But I have a 6 and a 5 to convince them of my sincerity. Oh, and I got an assist.
Oh yeah.
I have a
Okay.
6 and a 5. I mean, I'm a D4 body messenger. I recognized your authority, and I'm here to deliver a message. You can just take it.
Okay. He seems to hesitate. You're not sure why, but maybe it's just you are approaching with such confidence and such friendliness, and maybe the fact that your armed companions are not approaching with you. But
Well, I am armed. I mean, I didn't put my weapons away. So, I mean, like you can see clearly I have a bracelet pistol. But
gotcha. But then nothing's drawn, right? It's just you.
Nothing's drawn, and I speak with sincerity when I say I'm a meth. I mean, like I know the protocols. It's like recognizing, I did, and also the protocols. I recognized your authority. I have no challenge. Look, we just came here. It's a note. We came to deliver it. You're a wizard, so you could read this.
All right. Yeah. Well, you know what? You cross over. You hand him the note. He will break the seal on it and look it over and turn back to you. And he's scowling, but he says, this is what foolishness is this? And the fire spell that he had prepared for you instead manifests and burns the letter. It evaporates into motes of embers. And he says, Your invitation has been received. Leave now if you value your lives, or Korax will come for you and burn you from the earth. You know the location of our lair. Yeah.
He's just told us. I mean, I may even tell him it's like it wasn't that hard to find. Moving on. Thank you, for receiving us so graciously, and I don't need to be told twice. I'm out of here.
Yes. Let us leave this man to his business.
Do.
Okay.
Hanging out in a cave, staring into the darkness.
All right. You know what? We're going to introduce one wrinkle, because I think you guys did accomplish your goal here. You set out what you wanted to do.
I mean,
as
he's going to
you are
jerk about it. I can't prevent that.
what?
I said I can't prevent them being a jerk. And also,
Very true.
not the first time this has happened.
Exactly. Well,
Do you guys think I
So-
should have asked for a tip?
push your luck,
That's
buddy.
what we call messenger humor.
Here's a tip: don't stare into the sun. Whoosh.
Want to see what the sun looks like? Ooh. Want to
yeah.
see it again?
Yeah. So as you guys are leaving, maybe a little bit shaken but proud of yourselves, you find you notice that your numbers you number one less than you did when you were walking in. That Lael, your guide, does not appear to be with you. And then from the darkness behind you hear a shout. You there! What do you think you're doing? Get back here! And then you hear the scrabbling of tiny wolf claws on the hard ground. And you know that Lael apparently has taken this opportunity, has taken your approach as a distraction, and for some reason has decided that he wants to venture deeper into the lair of these heliodromes.
The doctor will run immediately back inside.
Why would you do that? Ah,
He made a friend.
this isn't our business. I can't stop the doctor, though.
Yup. Good thing I got Anonymous back.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, good thing I got Pacifist back. Good thing
Right.
I am Anonymous.
You'll want that. Is anyone going to join the doctor as he rushes back in? Or doctor, are you going on your own?
I'm
I'm
injured.
going alone if no one goes.
Yeah, I'm injured and this is stupid.